The success of this strategy will determine whether the next generation of silent, swift, and beautiful Aston Martins will ever grace the roads, or if the company's long story of financial peril finally meets a challenge it cannot overcome. They are betting their entire legacy that this multi-layered financial shield is strong enough to protect them as they march into the electric future. The story of a car company like Aston Martin is one that is told in two very different languages. There is the public language, the one you see in glossy magazines and hear in the thunderous yet refined roar of a V12 engine on an open road. This language speaks of heritage, of being James Bond's preferred choice, of elegance and raw, untamed power sculpted into a thing of beauty. It's a language designed to make you dream, to make you feel that owning one of these machines is the ultimate reward, a membership into an exclusive club where money is no longer the primary currency, but taste and passion are. But then there is the second language, the one spoken in the quiet, hushed offices where balance sheets are studied and profit margins are calculated. This is a language not of emotion, but of sharp, unblinking business logic. It is in the quiet space between these two languages where the true, modern strategy of a luxury brand like Aston Martin reveals itself, a strategy that goes far beyond the sticker price on the window and delves deep into the seductive and often surprisingly expensive world of what they call bespoke personalization. This is the story of the hidden financial architecture built into the very promise of making a car uniquely your own. When you decide to buy an Aston Martin, you are not simply purchasing a car. You are, in a way, acquiring a canvas. The base car, powerful and beautiful as it is presented as merely a starting point, a foundation upon which you will build your personal masterpiece. The company expertly guides you into the inner sanctum of their customization program, a place they call Q by Aston Martin. Here, you are no longer a customer, you are a patron of the arts. You sit down with a consultant who speaks in tones of reverence about the 30-layer paint hand-sanded to a mirror finish, about leather hides sourced from bulls raised in high-altitude pastures where the insects cannot bite and thus cannot create blemishes on the precious skin. This process is a masterclass in aspiration. You are shown a universe of possibilities that feels limitless. You can match the paint to the color of your favorite tie, to the hue of the Mediterranean Sea at your vacation home in Portofino. You can have your children's initials embroidered into the headrests with a thread color that exactly matches the stitching on the steering wheel. The feeling is intoxicating. It makes you feel like a co-creator. The car is no longer an Aston Martin, it is, or so you are led to believe, your Aston Martin. This is where the genius of the business model truly lies, and it operates on a psychological level far more than a purely transactional one. The initial price of the car acts as an entry fee, a significant one, but one that establishes a certain financial context in your mind. You have already agreed to spend $200,000 or $300,000. What is another few thousand to make it perfect? This is the first step into a carefully constructed landscape of incremental costs. The base car comes with a selection of perhaps 24 standard colors, perfectly lovely shades of silver, black, and blue. But right next to them is the Heritage Palette or the Special Colors Collection, featuring hues with names like Seychelles Blue or Satin Plutonium Silver. These are not just paints, they are stories, and the story comes with a price tag that can easily add $10,000, $15,000, or even $20,000 to your bill. The leather is the same. The standard hide is sumptuous, but the semi-aniline or full-aniline leather, which feels softer and ages more personally with you, is a tier up. Then there is the commissioning of unique leather colors, a process that can add another small fortune. The real magic, and the real expense, happens when you move from these pre-selected options into the realm of the truly bespoke. This is the point where the company's ability to monetize your desire for individuality reaches its peak. You might decide you want a paint color that is not in any book. The process to create it is presented as a grand, collaborative endeavor. They will fly a specialist to see the color on the object you have in mind. They will create multiple sample panels, each one a work of art in itself. The cost for this service is not a simple fee. It is an investment in exclusivity that can run well into 6 figures. The same applies to the interior. You want a specific type of wood for the trim, sourced from a sunken forest in Siberia? They can do it. You want the aluminum switches anodized to a specific shade of red? It is possible. Each of these requests is broken down into its constituent parts: material cost, research and development time, specialized labor hours, and a significant premium for the sheer uniqueness of it. The communication of these costs is often soft-pedaled. The consultant will not say that will be $80,000. They will say, the investment for a truly one-of-one finish of that complexity is in the region of $80,000 to $90,000. The language is designed to make the cost feel less like a price and more like a contribution to your legacy. For the company, this bespoke program is a financial powerhouse. The profit margins on these customizations are astronomically high. The actual cost of the extra paint, even a special one, is a fraction of what you are charged. The labor, while skilled, is already part of their operational overhead. The premium you pay is almost pure profit, a direct result of your emotional investment in the product. It is a brilliant way to generate immense revenue without having to build and sell more cars. They can sell one car to one person and make the profit they might otherwise make from selling 3. This strategy transforms their business from being purely about automotive engineering to being about luxury personalization, where the car is the medium, not the final product. The real product they are selling is the feeling of being one in a million. They have created a system where the customer willingly, even eagerly, pays a tremendous amount of money for things that cost the company very little to provide, all for the privilege of saying that no one else in the world has a car exactly like theirs. It is a powerful, powerful business model, built on understanding that for their clientele, the value is not in the object itself, but in the story they can tell about it. And the most compelling stories, as it turns out, are the ones you have to pay extra to write yourself.